Well, the start of the 39 tour is here, and I'm joined by Daniel Baggish, can I call you Danny?
Danny, please.
Danny Baggish here in Orlando, Florida, for what should be a great start to our regional/world tour here. And Danny, it's a pleasure to have you on the team.
Are you familiar with wrestling?
A little bit.
Do you know who The Rock is?
Absolutely.
Finally, the gambler has come back to commentating. Let's go.
Oh, we love it. We love it. We're happy to have you on the mic here, especially for the Florida stop. I mean, both of us being Florida residents and everything like that. Last year, we saw in the pro singles, which is what we're going to start off our coverage with tonight. Bob McCoy won it. We have a lot of out-of-towners here. I know you took a peek at the list already. What are you thinking this year's looking like?
I did. It's a no-brainer here. Alex Spellman is here, right? Alex Spellman is going in as a huge favorite. Everyone knows that. Unbelievable player, and he's playing a great darts right now. A lot of Floridians here, though, that can give him a little bit of a run, right? You got Austin Braswell. He's playing well, as we see in the CSC Challenger Series. Kenny Doyle, he never ages, right? It seems like no matter what happens, he's throwing a 6-0. So there's a few on there that can give him a little run, but Alex Spellman's the favorite.
I couldn't agree more, and it's really curious to see who's going to get that spot for the Invitational Shootout at the end of the tour. We just saw family man Randy Fern, Magneto, did finally get the job done. 3 attempts at the final stage, 1 win under his belt there. Of course, Alex Spellman, your pick, 2-time winner. I'm excited to see what this field's looking like. I know we got a lot of ladies out here, too. That's the craziest part about Florida. We can't not ignore the fact that we have some of the best ladies in the game, right?
No, we can't. Paula Murphy, Chrissy Grimmel, Caitlin Myers is coming up, Meredith McGee, and Kelly Mears, right? And then we have a lot of up-and-coming players. So women is where it's at for Florida, of course, and I'm always excited to watch them play.
Yeah, we're going to have a lot of coverage coming to you on our main bullpen here. As you can see, our bullpen, we got the 2 boards now. We got new commentary crew. It's getting a little crazy over here in Orlando. And
it's just enhancing, my man.
That's it, man. That's it. Well, let's go ahead and get into the action here. I'm sure you guys are ready to see what we have in store for you, and we're ready to see it ourselves.
Let's go.
Well, you heard it here. We're excited to be kicking off our coverage of the Florida Regional, the 39th Annual BullShooter World Tour. I'm Nick Teixeira, joined by, not Daniel, Danny Baggish, a.k.a. The Rock, a.k.a. you know what he's cooking over here. Danny, how you doing, my friend?
Man, it is. Not only do I feel at home in Florida, but I feel home behind the mic, my man. Let's go.
Well, we're going to go ahead and just say something right off the gates here. Today, the format, the pros, what is it?
We are playing on the 15-inch board.
Oh, my gosh. No, I cannot. I cannot believe it because I begged for it. I screamed for it. I cried for it. And now it's finally happening here, and I'm so excited for every bit of it. This should be a great time here. I'm looking forward to it, Danny. Everyone in chat, we see you guys all tuning in. Make sure to give us a like. Make sure to give us a share. Make sure to give us a follow, as we're going to be bringing you the coverage from Orlando, Florida all weekend long. You're going to be stuck with our 2 ugly mugs, but sultry tones.
That's it. Tones is all you get, and it's benefiting all of you. So, yeah, this is exciting. 15-inch board, obviously over under 0.5 for 9 darters.
Well, we got 3 on the tour. If you count the invitation, we got 3 on the tour. Last go. If I had to guess, today and this weekend, I'm hoping for 1. Give me 1. Give me 1. I'll take the over on 0.5.
I like it. I like it. I hope you're right, because who doesn't love a 9 darter, whether it's steel tip, soft tip, doesn't matter. 9 darters is where it's at, and I think it's going to be Alex Spellman. Is that shocking to you?
No, it's not, right? I mean, it's Alex Spellman. It's Mr. 2-time of the ESPN Invitational Shootout. It's certainly one of the best in the room. But, of course, you know, there's 35 other guys that have something to say about that, right? There's no real slouches in this bracket. And even if there is, there's not going to be slouches by the end.
No, I totally agree. And like I said before, a lot of Floridians here that are playing well, up and coming, tenured players and so forth. As we know, Kenny Doyle is still playing at the top of his game. It seems like he doesn't ever not play at the top of his game.
Nope.
So it's going to be some great matches, and I'm looking forward to every single one of them.
Yeah, I always joke that, like, oh, we're getting vintage Kenny Doyle, and the answer is he's just always been good, and he just consistently finds that gear. But it looks like we're about ready to get into the action here, so let's go ahead and jump in. Cody Cottrell, Kerry Thaxton kicking us off for our stream coverage today.
Yeah, I don't know too much about Cody. I've seen him play a few times, but obviously I've heard about him. I know he's a good player, and we all know Kerry Thaxton as well. So A good match to start, race at 3. I believe it's going to be the 0-1 cricket 0-1, and then choice, correct?
That is correct there, and 15-inch board. You just can't get over that. I'm going to say that a couple times here. Really excited and really happy. It shows that we're going to be in for a lot of really positive changes here coming into the 39 Tour, right? Last year, obviously, I joined the team. We got to do some fun stuff. TouchTunes acquisition happened in February. A lot of things have been happening. Guys, a lot of positive changes coming our way here.
It's nothing but positives. Another positive addition is me behind the mic. So, I mean, that's
we'll
always,
see how it goes.
That's always positive.
There's still time.
And you know who's happy about this?
Who?
Mike Maloney. You know he's got to be happy about this.
Oh, he certainly is.
I feel like for the past 3, 4, 5 years, however long this has been happening, all we heard was, oh my gosh, the 13-inch board. But and
he's not going to have anything to post. He's going to be out of content for a little bit here.
Thank God. You know what I mean?
Mike quiet time, maybe?
Yeah. Mike Maloney out of content is good. Look at this. Cody Control already. We're already seeing the triples fall in here as he's shooting a 40 in this 0-1 game. This is going to be exciting.
Yeah. So obviously with this being 15 instead of 13, what standard do you expect these players have to throw to try to get the wins?
Yeah, so I think at this level, being on the pro side, I think you have to be in the 35 range. I think that's going to be the winning mark. If you're below 35, you're going to be struggling there to win, right? Playing on these soft tip boards, it's basically 12 to break, 15 to hold, right? If you're not holding in 15, then you have no chance, right? Sometimes you got to hold in 12. So that's what makes it exciting, though. That's what makes it exciting. It equals everyone out.
Couldn't agree more there. Now, interesting note from Cody in the last one there. He was trying to tee up from 62. Went for trip 12 to leave 26. I think he was not really sure what he wanted to do with his last start there. Probably in that situation, you usually take something like a trip 10 with your opponent not on a finish.
Yeah, trip 10 to trip 14 to leave 20 or 32. But let's be honest, Nick. We're going to see that a few times at a few stops.
We might.
Someone has 65 left and shooting the trip 17 to live 14 or something like that. So. And here we are with a bust, and this is what I was talking about. I believe this is round 5, so kind of a break there for Cody that Kerry's not on and out.
Yeah, Kerry's just kind of outside looking in, trying to get himself settled early on here. We talk about, and he's going to take advantage of this opportunity, put some pressure on this, it looks like. Kerry, we talk about, honestly, lately, Taylor Thaxton's kind of dominating the conversation. She's been making some great strides in her game, but everyone kind of forgets now, Kerry can play pretty damn good, too. Yeah,
when Kerry's at the top of his game, as we see Cody there take out the 26, I've seen him throw in those, 40-plus averages plus the 5-plus in cricket, so obviously he's a good player, and he's been struggling a little bit lately, and he knows that, so we're looking to see if he can kind of change the ways and be on the right path.
Well, let's see how they start off the cricket leg here. Kerry does get the start here. See if he's able to capitalize. Same thing for that cricket standard. With the 15-inch, I mean, the standard that you're looking to win the pro is a 5 or more for the day is your total average. And sometimes in legs, you're going to have to go well above that 5-0 margin, I'd have to imagine.
Yeah, I agree there as well, as Cody has an open door here. 5-0 is crazy to say. I remember back in the day, doesn't take advantage of it, does Cody. But I remember back in the day where 5-0 was unbelievable. Everyone was
one of the best.
Excited. Yeah, you shot a 5-0, man, great job. And now I'm shooting 6-something and I'm losing. You know what I mean? So it's the talent is there, the game has changed, but all for the best.
Yeah, it's absolutely incredible the way you see these ceilings continue to rise in the game, and you see Kerry just still not really feeling settled. You can tell it in his face and everything. Cody always looks like this for the record, so his face isn't going to look about the same. But of course, good friends with these guys. But Cody here going to try to just take advantage, and this time he does capitalize. Right, he actually punished that, and now Kerry's going to have to be on alert. You don't want to go 2-0 down in this format.
No, you don't, and he needed that last triple there. Kerry hasn't got going here yet. Maybe the nerves a little bit. Maybe just first match jitters. We don't know, right? So hopefully he can kind of just put it together here, at least towards the middle of the match, and make it a competitive leg.
And if you're Cody, on the other hand, you're just going to try to take advantage of the fact that Kerry's not in full form yet. Try to run away with it as much as possible.
Yeah, good 6 mark there, and he's pushed it up to that 5 level that we were talking about, and Kerry's got his back against the wall here.
Yeah, he certainly does. Cody, I did meet at the Houston Regional last year. I shared an Uber with him, Patrick Atea, Patrick McGinnis, Travis Brewster, and someone else. And let me tell you, don't get an Uber with a bunch of guys from Ohio. That was a terrible experience. Never doing that again. We went to a blind draw. Don't even remember the blind draw.
That sounds like a you problem, Nick. Getting in the Uber with a bunch of guys, period, and then going to a blind draw and then all that good stuff. So
it was fun. I had a good time.
Yeah, no, I hope so. Sounds like a you thing, my man. So Kerry here is only throwing a 275. He knows this is his not even his D or C game here. So he's gonna be frustrated with this performance, but it's not over yet. But it's not looking good.
Mike Maloney asking, Nick DeShera, I know it was a mistake on the board setup, but what are the chances that we serve the 50 inch? Now we can say with it, can we make a phone call about it? Anything's possible. There's a lot of changes that have really been coming Arachnid's way here, and I'm excited going forward of what those changes might be. We'll see. I really hope so. I'll leave my answer. I really hope so.
Yeah, I think we all hope so, Mike. And obviously, we know how you feel about it. You're not on Facebook much posting about stuff, but I think that it would be a good change if they do decide to do that officially, right? And everyone would love it, as we heard a huge cheer out there when a huge roar when it happened.
But of course, I mean, and I will say, in full transparency for everybody listening, this was a conversation we had quite a lot this upcoming season. There was a real conversation talking about switching the 13-inch to the Pro-Am and leaving this as a 15-inch event, or therefore making this a 15-inch event. So they're trying to adapt the format and the formula. And let me tell you, when the format got announced and everyone had a lot to say, I went there and I said, hey, let's talk about this, guys. Let's go ahead and try to get everything in tip-top shape. And you know what? Hats off to the Arachnid staff on that one. We're also in a lovely hotel here. We're over right by SeaWorld, the Doubletree Hilton here, having a good time indeed.
Absolutely. It's a great setup. And it's been absolutely wonderful. No problem, Mike. Kerry's kind of just throwing the dart up there at the 20, maybe just to get loose, concentrate on the next leg. I don't see Cody missing these two bulls here.
Yeah, there was another comment in here from Brian saying, did Kerry pull out a different set of darts just now? I'm curious if that was the case or not, because I cannot imagine. I've switched mid-tournament once. I can never imagine switching darts mid-match.
No, me neither. But tell that to Peter Wright. So, it's tough. It's tough, but whatever gets him going, whatever switch he needs. So it looks like it's 0-1 Cricket 0-1.
But it looks like it has it set up as Fat Bowl. That doesn't seem like the format is correct there at the current time. So we'll see what's happening with that real quick and look into it.
All right, guys. So we are looking at the 0-1 Fat Bull here, double out. A little bit of a change, we always gotta adapt to change. And that's what they're doing here. This actually is makes Kerry a favorite to win this leg. Obviously going first and it being Fat Bull. I like his chances for sure. Mike Redmond, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. Nice low ton by Kerry. Cody needs back-to-back hats to leave him at 136 here to give him a shot. And there's the first one. So, it puts Cody in a good position. Kerry's got to go had to go the 180 there to leave the out. As he just gives that throwaway dart again. He's not going to be happy with his performance, obviously, and Cody just needs to kind of take a deep breath and just do his job here.
Yeah, definitely a frustrating moment indeed. And one of those things where when you come out the gates cold, it can eat at you, because I know for a fact that once you get that first one on the board, it completely changes your mentality going into the rest of the events.
Yeah, needs this last one. Oh.
That might be costly.
Yeah, that might be the game changer there. Cody on 208, just looking for two bulls here to leave at least a one dart finish at the end.
It is still on the double out there, so he has to make sure to set up tactfully. In 98, there's nothing wrong with the setup.
Yeah, and I'm wondering here. I mean, with the double out, obviously playing in Chicago, right? You can go bull.
Yeah, and I believe it would specify on the board if it was a true double out requirement. Now, of course, obviously, I don't think this part of the change was intentional. So we will be getting updates from our tournament staff as it goes on. But in the meantime, we'll go ahead and keep on playing through.
Yeah, this is interesting here that he went 50. One dart at tops. Yeah. See, I don't know about that. I understand you're getting one dart at tops there, but go for the trip 20. You know what I mean? Leave yourself the 38 so you can shoot the double 19. And I'm sure that's what they're talking about now, that you can bull out.
Yeah, I bet Cody's right now probably saying, well, wish I would have known that. Might have changed up his route a little bit.
Yeah. So if I'm carry here, I go 17
for bull.
Yeah, you got to go 17 for bull.
Bullseye. Oh. Was going the 18 to leave 16. So
was that a gentleman's thing?
I think that was a gentleman's thing because I'm pretty sure he could have technically gone bull. I think they're just trying to figure out what's going on with the tournament staff as far as for formats. Gary just goes ahead and pushes in the win for Cody.
Yeah, he's not going to be happy with that performance. But Cody did his job, did what he was supposed to do, and yeah, well done. Moving on.
Let's go ahead and jump over here to our other match that we have going on our side board here. This is currently, I believe, 2-1 in Cheech's favor at the time being here.
Cheech, good local player. He doesn't get out much out of the state, but when he does come out to these draws and so forth, he's a good player.
Yeah, and that's the thing. You expect everybody here to just be able to have that high gear when they're playing the pro format, but there's going to be some sleepers. There's going to be some names that of these locals that don't necessarily travel as much, that aren't as familiar with getting their names out there, that really kind of go on these big breakthroughs. Yeah,
I agree. Good 7 mark by Cheech there. Corwin, you'll hear my level of concern when I do my interview, and then Mike Maloney, you just like to negotiate every match.
Listen, Mike Maloney wants the whole world, the whole kit, the whole caboodle.
Yeah.
What do you think? You think you work here now, Mike Maloney?
Other people would.
We barely got Danny working here, all right? Well, looks like so far Adam's doing everything right in this leg to get himself an opportunity for a last leg decider here. First one of the day.
Yeah, he's going to stay there. Only gets one. Here it is. This is his shot. 9 mark to close and get ahead in points. Got to go for it. I don't like his chances battling 16s, but if I know him, he's going to feel like he just has to stay there even if he hits the first triple.
Yeah, it's going to be tough, right? Because if, let's say the 9 mark does go in his favor and he goes trip 16 for the 2 closes, then you're leaving the opportunity for your opponent to hit a 7, right? And you're taking a gamble one way or the other, but of course, as a gambler, I'm sure you feel very comfortable in those scenarios.
Absolutely. I take a lot of chances. So, but my strategy is not for everyone. Everyone has their own strategy. Works their way. So, let's see what Cheech's strategy here. He's gonna keep loading up those 16s, but again, at some point, you gotta take away that 20.
No, couldn't agree more. It's going to be a tough scenario when you're facing that corner pocket. I actually just did a video about the 15s and 16s, analyzing some CSC players the other day. And let me tell you, it's a little hairy because you don't really practice those scenarios nearly as much as you're practicing those top numbers in the beginning of games.
No, you're absolutely right. And I did watch 2 minutes of that video, so it was
Thank you. 2 whole minutes?
Yes, sir.
Oh, thanks,
yes, sir.
Man.
Yep, no problem. That's what I'm here for. But it was a good video. It was a good video for what I watched.
All 2 minutes were incredible.
Yeah, it was great. You should do another one.
I'll work on it.
So it looks like it's going to go 2-2 here. All Adam needs to do is stay straight on the 15. There it is. Could go full or 20. Either one's not wrong here. Chuck, I don't think I will be. I'm hoping I will be commentating a few. just because the promotion of my job and so forth. It's just a lot. So I'm retired, and I am on behind the mic.
And clarify, the mic for commentating, not the mic of Maloney.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. Adam Stratton there makes it 2-2, and we are going to a last leg decider in our second streamed match here. Oh, one hole in the double. That's a nice one. If he can just go over the top there. All right, so Cheech is going to get the start. Let's see. Obviously, in the pro division, you would always want to go first.
Yeah, given
wanna...
the option, you take first here at this level. It does look like, so it looks like this is just set up for a 1 here at the end.
Yeah, it's going to be double in, double out no matter what. And Adam's going, I don't want to play this. You choose to go first.
Can I choose cricket still? Is that an option? Oh, wow. So very impactful on the Diddleton, right? That's going to lead to some very consequential diddles. You have to hit the bullseye. You have to hit the double almost every single time.
Yeah, absolutely. And look at that. Even a 72 there strong. You're going first. Nothing really hurts you. So he's in good shape. Adam does get that double 9. 38. So in this position, the last leg, you always want to just go 1 triple around, right? Just go 1 triple around for the most part. You got in with your first dart. So as long as you're hitting 100 here or more, you're in good shape. You should get the first shot at the double.
Yeah, I mean, getting the big scoring rounds always feels great. But at the end of the day, it's about those doubles at the beginning. Stay on a consistent pace. Make sure that you don't get too much. Because at any moment here, any of these guys can just go on the run.
I totally agree. Cheech here, he's got that 1 triple lead. He's up about 80 points, so he's going to feel comfortable here, a little relaxed. Not too relaxed. Pushes him into the 5, so only 50 scored there. And a little bit of an opening for Adam. He needs 2 big scores here. Just to even get him under 100, maybe 140 to get him to about 83. But I still like Cheech's chances here.
Well, it does do a good job of digging in there, getting the 1-2-1. Not quite the 140 promise, but it does close that gap. So now he's thinking, all right, fresh game. It's a very tough one, but you have to think you're playing some kind of forget about the previous rounds.
See, that shot there by Cheech was good and not so good in my opinion, right? So he goes to 20 and he blocks it, goes to the trip 19, hits the trip 19. You're at 162. No reason to switch back to the 20 because you're blocked, right? Just stay on the trip 19, trip 20, trip 19. They're both the same at that point.
Well, now it's looking like a tied ball game, but Cheech will get the first look at a finish here for the match. This is definitely going to be one of those high-pressure moments to a certain extent.
Yep, he's going to go 60-60 because he's just going to see what it leaves him, which is 22, and he's going to bink it. Oh, unlucky.
Hey, nothing wrong with going the comfort shot there, and he does go outside on the last start, so we'll potentially have an opportunity to approach with 3 clear, and will have an opportunity.
So 3 darts here for Cheech. Shoot the first one just on the outside wire. This should go in.
Should is a strong word, but
there
does
it is.
Go in.
3-2 for Cheech. That's a good match there. 31-31. Double in, double out is solid. Well played by Cheech to kind of hold his nerve there and move on.
No, that was a great performance and a great way to really kind of start off our day of coverage here with some great matches from very talented people. And, of course, a little bit of a confusing start. We had to get ourselves all settled in here, so we're going to figure out what's going on with everything. But how about this? Danny Baggish, I believe you talked with Florida's up-and-comer, Austin Braswell, and we're going to have a chance to see what you guys had a chat about over there and be back in just a moment with some more coverage here. What do you say?
Absolutely.
Let's go ahead and get into it, guys. We'll be right back. Give us a like, give us a share. Don't go far, folks.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. And here we are with Austin Braswell, an up-and-coming player, 3.5 years of darts. And how you finding yourself?
I mean, it's tough, especially now that everybody's really getting into it and playing rough, but it's fun, man.
It is fun. It is fun.
Adrenaline rush.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I feel all of that. So obviously you're up and coming, right? And Florida's a very, very deep state, right? Mm-hmm. Myself, Kenny Doyle, Nick Sellepick, Brandon Pritz, Tim Adams, right? I could keep going, Jesse Gore. How do you feel like over the last 3.5 years you have competed against those players?
At the beginning, not so well. Just recently, I feel like I can compete with anybody. So, I mean, it doesn't matter what state, but in Florida, I feel like I'm up there.
I agree. You're playing really well. Obviously, the A game from you can beat anyone. Now, we just watched you recently online. I know everyone jokes about this hex on online matches. Come on, Austin. Next year, maybe?
I'm the reverse Maloney. So online, I get beat a lot, but in person, I seem to do a lot better. So hopefully that continues, and hopefully I can play better online.
Speaking of in person, this weekend we have the pro singles. Obviously, if you win a spot to ESPN by winning the pro singles, Alex Spellman is here. Huge favorite in our eyes. Obviously, you would agree with that, I'm sure.
Yes.
If you have to face him or face one of the top players, the 13-inch board kind of equals it all out. How do you think you're fair?
You would think so, but it's tough. It's a real tough board. I mean, you just got to keep throwing them straight and hope they go in.
I agree with that. Well, throwing them straight, I think you will do, everyone. Austin Braswell, Florida BullShooter Regional. Good luck this weekend.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, guys, welcome back again to the Florida Regional. And guys, I am here not only with a great dart player, but an icon of the sport, Miss Paula Murphy. How are you?
I'm doing good.
That's good, that's good. Obviously, we know everyone around the country knows who you are. How do you continue to thrive and be at the top of your A game every year?
I play a lot. I play a lot, I practice. It's just, I'm very competitive. I have Bill behind me telling me, do it, you know?
Of course, of course. Well, listen, I know for the years we've played together, I know how competitive you are. Maybe I'm not so serious when we play together, but, you know, I think it brings the best out of you.
Oh, yeah.
So coming into this weekend, obviously, the Florida women is what we're known for. How do you feel like it's going to get, do you feel like there's going to be other competitors other than the Paula and the Chrissy and so forth?
Oh, yeah. Every year, more and more. There's a lot of good players in here right now, and it makes me have to play harder.
I agree. And play harder, I'm sure that's going to be the top of your A game. And everybody, icon, a legend, Paula Murphy, good luck this weekend.
Thanks.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Florida BullShooter Regional, and I am here with Mr. Brandon Kessler himself. How was the travel, man?
It was very eventful from the start. We got TSA, decided to take our darts today, so still yet to find a set to play with today.
Oh, that's a struggle for real. I know how that is. So you're coming here, obviously you're not gonna have your darts. Tough field. Alex Spellman's here, probably
Absolutely.
a hands down favorite. How do you feel now you have to conquer another issue with not having your darts?
Well, I mean, it's not all in the barrels. You develop a comfortability playing, just overcome. There's nothing we can do about it now. It is what it is. So I'll find a set of barrels and we'll figure it out.
I agree. Now, Brandon, I've just watched you play online. You had an unfortunate loss to Leonard, but you played really well for the most part from what I was watching. Are you happy with that? Do you think you can carry that form into this weekend?
I think I can carry the form into the weekend. No, I'm not happy I lost the match, but Leonard's a great player. Very tough first round. But I battled back my next week. I ended up winning 9-8, then 9-8, and I got Tyler next, and we'll see how that goes.
Absolutely. Well, Brandon, I know if you continue to play the darts you've been playing, it won't be an issue. Everyone, Brandon Kessler, we appreciate you for your time.
Thank you. No problem. Thank you.
What's going on, everybody? Here we are with one of the hottest players in North America for probably the last 2 or 3 years, Alex Spellman. Alex, welcome to Florida.
It's nice to be here. It's almost like I was just here like 2 weeks ago.
It is, which you had a great tournament there as well. You played well, not so much probably your standard, but some good results.
Yeah, 8 months, my throws felt crap, and even though I didn't get the results, something clicked that Sunday, and it's been feeling as good as it did last year. Just some inconsistency, but when the bad darts feel good, I can work with that.
That's scary. That's scary for everyone. Obviously, coming here to Florida, first stop, you're here, and it's probably a hands-down favorite in our eyes. I know in my eyes you are. You got players like Kenny Doyle, Austin Braswell coming up. You see any problems coming through the bracket?
Honestly, the only problem I usually face, it doesn't matter what tournament I am, is myself. But I also know that soft tip is a different game, especially in the pro where we're playing on the smaller board. And even at my level, like I feel like I'm going to hit everything, but I obviously don't. So it feels like it's a little more of a crapshoot than usual. So I know that very easily I could come up short.